Now electron transport and oxidative phosphorylation. Electron transport and oxidative phosphorylation. So in glycolysis and Krebs cycle, NADH2 and FADH2 are formed. How these NADH2 and FADH2s are involved in synthesis of ATP, that is energy, we are showing by this chain of enzymes or chain of proteins, that is electron transport system or electron transport chain. In electron transport chain, mainly 4 complexes are present. It mainly takes place in inner membrane of mitochondria. Inner membrane of mitochondria. And here utilize the NADH2 and FADH2 produces ATP. NADH2 and FADH2 they are reduces to formation of ATP. NADH2, FADH2 they are release protons as well as electrons. For example, it means for example NADH2 reduces into again to formation of NAD plus regeneration of NAD change and releases pair of electrons and pair of protons. But for our understanding, so in this what is that electron transport 4 systems are present. These 4 systems are with the help of drawing. Main theme is utilize the NADH2, FADH2. We are make up ATP by using electrons and protons of FADH2 and NADH2. In electron transport chain, this is outer membrane. This is outer membrane. This is inner membrane. This is inner membrane. So outer and inner membranes are mainly made up of biphospholipid layer. It means inner membrane of these mitochondria made up of phospholipids, and 4 systems are present here. 4 systems. This is L-shaped system. System 1 is L-shaped system. This L-shaped system is also called as NADP dehydrogenase. The system NADP dehydrogenase. First system NADP dehydrogenase. System nothing but complex. Complex 1 is NADP dehydrogenase. This is complex 1. Next, second system. The second system is, or complex 2 is, what is it? Succinic dehydrogenase. Second complex, this is the complex 2, that is succinic dehydrogenase. And third system, or third complex, this is complex 3, which is also called as cytochrome B61 complex. Cytochrome BC1 complex. Cytochrome B61 complex. And fourth complex, which is complex number 4. Complex number 4 is cytochrome C oxidase. Cytochrome C oxidase. So complex number 1, it is NADP dehydrogenase. Complex number 2, that is succinic dehydrogenase. Complex number 3, that is cytochrome BC1 complex. Cytochrome 4, that is cytochrome C oxidase. Here this is the phosphobilipid layer. Here also see lipids and protein. This is plasma membrane, which is made up of proteins and lipids, mainly biphospholipid layer. So in this first complex, what will happen? NADH2 is reduces. NADH2 is reduces to generate NAD plus. NADH2 reduces to formation of or regeneration of NAD plus and releases pair of electrons and pair of protons. Pair of electrons and pair of protons. This pair of protons are generally travel to these complexes with the help of electron transporters. They are proteins which are present inside. During this time, that energy is released. That energy used for pumping of this pair of protons into, that is, inner membrane space. So we are talking about, this is the inner membrane, inner mitochondrial membrane. This is outer mitochondrial membrane. The space between these two, that is intermitochondrial space. When these electrons generally travel through this place, travel to these complexes. Inside the complexes, they are mainly contain enzymes. What is that? Enzymes, and they are proteins. The proteins releases some energy. That energy used for pumping of these protons from matrix to, that is, intermembrane space. This is matrix. It is matrix. This space is totally matrix. Matrix, inner membrane, outer membrane. The space between them, that is inner mitochondrial space. Inner mitochondrial membranous space. So these electrons generally travel from first complex 1 by the help of the enzyme flavin. What is MS? It means 2 electrons are generally traveled by the first electron acceptor, that is FMN, flavin mononucleotide. Flavin mononucleotide receive this pair of electrons, sends to iron sulfate. Many iron sulfates are present in this complex 1, that is NADP dehydrogenase. Ferrous sulfates is send these electrons to ubiquinone. Ubiquinone. So electrons are next added to ubiquinone. Ubiquinone send these electrons to ubiquinone H2. Ubiquinone H2. Here ubiquinone H2 also take up ferredoxin, same components. Ferredoxin means what is that? FAD changes into FADH2 by the process of succinic acid, oxidation of succinic acid. Succinic acid changes into malic acid. What is that? Fumarase. Succinic acid changes into fumarase. Succinic acid, succinate changes into fumarate. In this process, FAD changes into FADH2. FAD changes into FADH2. FADH2 also give the same amount of protons to this quinone H2. So quinone H2 take up electrons from the complex 1 and electrons from the FADH2. Next, in this process, in two places, the pumping of protons from the matrix to, that is the inner membrane space. It means pair of protons, they are releases into inner membrane space, and where during these electrons are travel during this ubiquinone, what is that? Ubiquinone H2 also releases pair of protons to, that is inner membrane space. Next, ubiquinone send these electrons to third complex, that is cytochrome BC1 complex. Cytochrome BC1 complex. Here first take up by cytochrome B. Cytochrome B. Cytochrome B send these electrons to ferrous sulfate. Ferrous sulfate send these electrons to ubiquinone H2. Ubiquinone H2 send these electrons to, that is cytochrome C1. Cytochrome C1. Cytochrome C1. Cytochrome C1 send these electrons to here cytochrome C, which is mobile carrier of the protein which is present at surface of inner membrane. This cytochrome C1 send these electrons to cytochrome C. Send these electrons to cytochrome C. Here at the place of ubiquinone H2, pair of protons are they are traveled and given to, that is inner membrane space. So next, cytochrome C send these electrons to copper ion A, copper ions type A. Copper ion type A send these electrons to cytochrome A. Cytochrome A send these electrons to copper ion type B. Copper ion type B send these electrons to, that is cytochrome A3. Cytochrome A3. cytochrome A3 send these electrons to half molecule of oxygen. Send these electrons to half molecule of oxygen. This half this half molecule of oxygen take up pair of protons from matrix, pair of electrons from the electron transport chain, pair of electrons from electron transport chain, pair of protons from matrix. These three things are make up water. Water synthesis takes place in matrix by the help of half molecule of O2 take up pair of electrons from electron transport chain, pair of protons from matrix. These three things are make up water molecule. So final electron acceptor in electron transport chain is cytochrome A3, and ultimately final electron acceptor without related to electron transport chain means half molecule of oxygen is a final electron acceptor. So here what is that inner membrane space, inner mitochondrial membrane. So inner mitochondrial membrane space, what is that? Space between outer membrane and inner membrane, that space inner membrane space. In this space accumulation of the protons, here three places. One place is at the during of ferrous sulfate. Electrons are travel through ferrous sulfate, pair of protons are given out to inner mitochondrial space. Next, this electron transport system is continuously going on. Pair of electrons are traveling through the UQH2, it means ubiquinone H2. In this place also pair of protons are given to inner mitochondrial space. At third one here in this site complex 3, that is cytochrome BC1 complex, it means ubiquinone H2. Electrons are traveling through the ubiquinone H2. In this third pair of protons also sends from matrix to inner membrane space. At three places electron, proton transport is taking place at three places: complex 1, complex 2, complex 3. Complex 4 not helps to send pump the protons. Only complex 1, complex 2, complex 3, these three complexes are very helpful to send these protons from matrix to intermembrane space, with space between outer membrane and inner membrane. The space is filled with this pair of protons, three pairs of protons. So until this electron transport chain is we are observed. Next, oxidative phosphorylation. Oxidative phosphorylation. Here protons are accumulated in the space, intermembrane space. Protons are accumulated. Protons are accumulated. Here high concentrated gradient is formed. In matrix low concentration of gradient is formed. Because high molecules, it means protons are highly accumulated in the membranous space, inner membrane space, and in matrix less protons are accumulated. That's why high concentration is formed in outer area, and inner area contain low protons concentration. What will happen? These protons are try to return back to matrix. they are not able to easily to come to out, they are comes out by the help of proteins, that is F0 F1 particles, F0 F1 particles. F0 F1 particle, this is F0, this is F1 particles. So protons are comes from intermembrane space to matrix. Try to come back to matrix. What will happen here? Pair of protons are comes to F0 particle and F1 particle. I mean F1 particle, it is act as a ATPase. It is also called as ATPase. ATPase is nothing but ATP synthetase. ATP synthetase. During this time, protons are, they carry some energy. Protons are carry some energy. That energy used for combination of ADP plus inorganic phosphate. Adenosine diphosphate and inorganic phosphate both are joined together to formation of ATP. To formation of ATP. Remaining energy as usually comes to matrix. Comes to matrix. It means proton gradient is formed in the intermembrane space, the space between inner membrane and outer membrane, the space is present. In the space from the NADH to FADH2, the reduction number of protons are accumulated. High concentration of gradient is formed. That's why protons are come to return back to matrix from the higher concentration to lower concentration by the process of diffusion, by the help of the channels F0 F1 particles. F1 particle, it is also called as ATPase. It is act as a ATPase. So protons are generally travel to this place at the place of F0 particle, F1 particle. Here F1 particle act as a ATPase to combine the ADP and one inorganic phosphate to make up ATP. To make up ATP. How many protons? How many pairs of protons? It means one pair of proton come back to make up one ATP, and one more proton come back to matrix and to make up ATP, second ATP. One more proton come back to matrix to make up ATP. It means 3 NADH2s are equals, what is that? 1 NADH2 is equals to make up 1 ATP. It means here 3 protons, it is that proton, this 3 pairs of protons to make up 1 ATP. 3 pairs of protons make up ATP. One pair, 1 ATP, second pair, second ATP, third pair, third ATP. 3 protons to make up 3 ATPs. 3 ATPs. And FADH2. 1 FADH2 is equals to 2 ATPs. 1 FADH2 is equals to 2 ATPs. It means one proton molecule comes into matrix to make up one protein. One more molecule, proton molecule comes into matrix to make up another ATP. 2 ATPs only formed by the FADH2, and NADH2 is equals to 3 ATPs. 3 ATPs. That is, so number of number of NADH2 FADH2 formed by the Krebs cycle and glycolysis to make up the ATP here and water molecule here. So once we have to recap what will happen in this system. electron transport and oxidative phosphorylation. Electron transport, it is mainly takes place in inner membrane of mitochondria. Inner membrane of mitochondria mainly made up of biphospholipid. They are mainly phospholipids, phosphorus and lipid, they are joined together. And 4 important what is that complexes are present: complex 1, complex 2, complex 3, complex 4. In complex 1, what will happen? This complex 1 also called as NADP dehydrogenase. In this process, what will happen? NADH2 is reduces to formation of NAD plus regeneration, releases pair of electrons, pair of protons. Pair of electrons are received by flavin mononucleotide. Flavin mononucleotide send these electrons to ferrous sulfate. During the ferrous sulfate, electrons are travel through this ferrous sulfate. The pair of protons from the matrix 2, they are releases into intermembrane space. Next, from the ferrous sulfate to the pair of electrons are travels to or received by ubiquinone. Ubiquinone send these electrons to ubiquinone H2. Ubiquinone H2 also receive electrons from FADH2 by the process of Krebs cycle. Ubiquinone H2 really send these electrons, it means send these protons from the matrix to intermembrane space. It means pair of protons, they are travel from matrix to intermembrane space. At the time of electrons are travel through this ubiquinone H2. One pair of protons are first complex, one pair of protons are second complex. They will be released to outer compartment. And ubiquinone H2 send these electrons to cytochrome B. This is cytochrome B send these electrons to ferrous sulfate. Ferrous sulfate send these electrons to ubiquinone H2. Ubiquinone H2 send these electrons to cytochrome C1. During that time, electrons are travels through the ubiquinone H2. Pair of protons are pumped to from matrix to outer compartment. Third pair is released. Next, cytochrome C1 send these electrons to cytochrome C. Cytochrome C is a mobile carrier. Send these electrons to cytochrome C. Send these electrons to copper ions type A. Copper ions type A send these electrons to cytochrome A. Cytochrome A send these electrons to copper ion B type. Copper ion B type ions are send these electrons to cytochrome A3. Final electron acceptor is cytochrome A3. Cytochrome A3 send these electrons to half molecule of oxygen. Half molecule of oxygen receive pair of protons from the matrix and pair of electrons from the electron transport chain to make up water molecule. In this process, accumulation of more amount of protons are accumulated in outer compartment. It means intermembrane space, the space between inner membrane and outer membrane. In this particular space, many protons are accumulated. High concentration of gradient is formed. This high concentration of gradient, the protons are try to come back to matrix. They are come back to matrix by the help of two particles. One is F0 particle, one more is a F1 particle. F1 particle, it is also act as ATPase, synthesis of ATP. For this process, pair of protons are generally travel through this F0 particle. F0 particle provide facilitate diffusion to these protons. F0 particle to that protons are travel to F1 particle. F1 particle here helps to binding of ADP and one inorganic phosphate to make up protein, to make up ATP, to make up one molecule of ATP. So by the help of the enzyme ATPase, F1 particle is also act as a ATP synthetase. So FADH2 is equals to 2 ATPs. One molecule of FADH2 is equals to 2 molecules of ATP. 1 molecule of NADH2 is equals to 3 ATPs. It means 1 molecule of ATP synthesis of 3 ATPs. 1 NADH2 splits into 3 pairs of protons. 3 pairs of proton. Proton number 1 releases make up 1 ATP molecule. One more pair of 2 protons are make up one more ATP, and another third proton pair to make up third ATP. So every time NADH2 is equals to 3 ATPs. 3 pairs are make up 1 ATP. FADH2 just 2 ATPs is synthesized. One pair of proton ions mainly make up 1 ATP. One more pair of protons to make up one more ATP. It means one FADH2 equals to 2 ATPs only. This is electron transport chain and related to oxidative phosphorylation. Oxidative phosphorylation. In next video we are talking about balance sheet. How many ATPs are synthesized to enter the process? So we are talking about in the next class balance sheet. Thank you.